Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have a wonderful guest in studio with us. It's Nancy Powers, and you own Maggie's Place.
Yes.
So I want you to tell me a little bit about the story about Maggie's Place,
Okay.
and then we'll get talking about what you do.
Okay. I opened Maggie's Place in 2002, and my name is Nancy. So, so we opened it as Maggie's Place because we opened it after my best friend. She passed away in '98, and she had domestic violence in her marriage. So when we opened the store, we thought we would donate to a shelter in her memory. And that's how we opened the store, and that's what we've done. And we've been able to do a scholarship for her daughter, get her through college.
That's
and
so wonderful.
We've been able to donate food, clothing, obviously furniture, to people at the shelter who are just getting restarted. You know, so many times they come there and they have nothing.
Right.
So we're able to, maybe a security deposit here and there. That's the kind of thing that we've done with Maggie's.
That's awesome. And Maggie's Place, interior design,
Yep.
had a retail component, but no more.
Nope.
Yeah, all interior design. And Nancy, you're the person I would need to meet because I have no interior skills whatsoever.
Right. That happens a lot, and that's good. That's why you call us.
Right, because we all assume, I think, that we should know how to furnish a home, match paint, choose paint,
Yeah.
and really, we probably all are just about at the college dormitory level.
Well, the number one reason we get called out is for paint color.
Yes, I can relate.
It's hard.
It is.
Especially when there's a bazillion colors in that fan.
Well,
What do
they're
you do
just
with
too
that?
small. They always look
yeah.
great in that little, but they never look like that when you get them on a wall.
No, they don't.
No.
So when we go out, we'll do a paint color, and then we'll call we usually use Benjamin Moore, and then they send bigger samples.
Okay.
And then we give them to you, and you put them on your wall, and then you live with them for a little while. That way, you're not painting your wall because you might not like it. It's just a square. So then we can have you put that up and see how you like it. And sometimes it's a swing and a miss, and usually not. But we really go out and do a lot of paint consultations.
I bet. Nancy, and I would think that if I hire you for an interior design, you're going to come in, you're going to look at my space, and I think you're also going to have to get to know me a little bit.
Right. We sit down before we walk through the space. So many times we walk into the house and they go, "Come on, come on, come on," and you're like, "No, let's talk.
Okay.
You know, let's just sit and chat. How do you use this space? Who lives here? You know, do you have a lot of company? Do you have a lot of parties? You know, how do you use this room? How do you use this house?" And that's what we like to figure out, because I'm not going to put some silk on your chair if you've got a 5-year-old running around. You know, so we like to figure out the functionality of the room, how you use the room, who's there, do you lay on the couch, do you sit on the couch, you know, how many dogs do you have, you know, all this stuff before we design anything. And design is functionality.
Okay.
So we like to figure out how you function in your room and how you're not functioning, because a lot of times we get calls and people are just at their wits' end. It's not working, and they just don't know what to do.
Right, because they've gone, you know, furniture shopping and have bought the wrong size sofa.
Oh yeah, they bought the 90-inch sofa in the 78-inch space, and it gets delivered and it gets sat down, and they're like, "Oh no, you know, now what do? We have this monstrosity that we have to decorate around, or they're walking around it." So we do a space plan and lay out the room with the right proportions. And then we look at furniture. And we are a full-service design center. We have furniture, lamps, rugs, everything, lighting.
So you've got the furniture there, so I don't have to go shopping in these big malls and get absolutely blown away because they have all these little living rooms and dining rooms all set up.
All cute.
Cute, right, cute. But that doesn't necessarily, that table's not going to go with what I already have, and I'm only really looking for a table.
Right.
Right.
Right. You're not going to go out and go shopping and come home with what you need, because you're going to see something else and you're going to come home with that clock that you thought was awesome. But now you're going to walk around the house and go, "Now where does this clock go?"
Right.
You know, because I was supposed to buy a table.
Right.
And I didn't. So
Right.
that's what happens.
Do you start, I would imagine, and this happens with me a lot, that, and you know, we go to replace the carpet in one room, and then you put that in there, you're like, wow, I need to go get the carpet in the other room that is, you know, because I think we kind of, one room leads to another room that leads to the main level.
It all snowballs.
Yeah.
And you have to have a plan. And that's kind of where we come in, and we say, okay, now we need to figure out how you want to do this. And you know, we always use a really bad word, and that is budget. What's your budget?
Yes.
And then they go, well, I don't know. Well, you know, we kind of have to know, because we need to know where we're going to start and how we're going to finish, so that the room looks done.
Right. Well, and I think we often, and I want you to bust this for me, Nancy, that we think that when we hire an interior design, you're going to want a very high-end budget, where most of us are medium, if not, you know, like, depending if we have kids in college, we might be a little lower than that.
And then we run into that a lot. I mean, because everyone has a budget.
Right.
Even if they say they don't know what, they don't care, they just want to get it done. They still have a budget. Right. You know, and sometimes people, number one, haven't even sat down and really thought about it. Right. Or they don't really want to tell you, because then they think that you're going to bring in a $10,000 sofa. And that's not how we operate, because we want you to be happy. That's the main thing. We want to decorate a room and make it gorgeous, but we're not going to bring in all these high-end things if that's not the way you live. Right. If you live that way, that's great. We can go crazy. We can go to the mart right now. Let's go nuts. But that's not the way most people live. Right. So we're very cost conscious, because you have to be, especially now with all the stuff that's going on, and we lay everything out. We give everybody a spreadsheet. This is the sofa, this is the drapes, this is the labor, this is the valances, this is the rods, so that they know exactly where their money's going. So, and that really doesn't have any, then you don't have any surprises at the end. Yeah. Right. Well, I think, and you said something to me off camera I thought was really great. We just always assume that we know how to do this, that we somehow have some design gene, where I think maybe your group has the design gene, and mine, it skipped me, I know that. We have guys that say to their wives, why can't you do this? And they're like, because this is not, I don't know how to do this. I mean, yeah, you watch the HGTV shows and you think that it's done like that. And they don't know that behind the scenes, they've spent weeks figuring this out, what they're going to do and how they're going to make it. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. It's not, you know, we go to school to learn how to do this. This is not a genetic component of a female.
Well, Nancy, I have no doubt that if anybody has a need for an interior designer or a team, that you and Maggie's Place are the place to go.
Thank you.
So thanks for stopping by and telling us a little bit about what you do and bringing some brightness to the set here. And we'll be right back with more Business Connection.